Okay, all right, so here comes the first thing now. Okay, it's all, okay, just gotta press buttons, all right? Let me ask you this, look at A. Can I do that? Okay, no, okay, that's murder, right? You just chopped off part of 2x plus 3, right? Okay, all right, so you just killed him. All right, let's look at B, right? All right, can you do this? And then, wait, and then do this?
No.
All right, very good. Right, you just murdered, that's double murder, right? You just killed this guy and this guy, right? Okay, all right, good job. Okay, let's go to C, all right? Can you do this?
Yes.
Very good, you sure can, right? This is a whole person and a whole person. All right, and then these guys, even though they're joined by an x, right, they're multiplication. So you can simplify that. Knock the two x's off, make it 5 over 2. So that's an okay thing. Good job. You don't get fooled. Okay, let's look at this one. Look at D. Can you do this?
Yes.
All right, all right, so that's the answer, right? Okay, good. All right, so far so good. Now let's talk about this guy right here. So take a look at this. Here's this problem, right? Okay, so you're going to factor this, right? Okay, so what two numbers multiply give you 2 and give you 3? Yeah, 2 and 1. You see, you guys know this x plus 2, x plus 1, right? All right, let's look at, okay, this one here. I think, yeah, it's this one here. Two numbers 4 added to 5. 4 and 1, right? So x plus 4, x plus 1, right? Okay. All right, this one. Two numbers negative 16 add for 0. Plus 4 minus 4, x plus 4, x minus 4. You got it, okay? Okay, this one. Two numbers negative 8 add for negative 2. Negative 2, 4 plus 2, x minus 4, x plus 2, right? Okay, now look, now you can cancel, right? Okay, so what can you cancel? X plus 2?
X minus X plus 1 top and bottom.
X plus 1 top and bottom, x plus 2s?
Yeah.
Yes, x plus 4s?
Yes.
X minus 4s?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I can cancel, look, all of these, right? All these guys can cancel like this, right? All these guys can cancel. All right, now, what's the answer? 1. 1, right? The answer is 1, not like some of you guys said on the quiz. 0. It's not 0, guys. If you cancel everything on top and bottom, there's still the number 1. This becomes a 1, right? And it's not no solution like some of you guys wrote down. It's 0, it's no solution. No, it's not. It's 1, right? Look, it's just like this, right? Okay, look, it's 6 over 6, okay? So if you cancel the 6 and cancel the 6, but 6 divided by 6 is what? It's 1, right? Okay, so makes sense? And once again, that's all, that's the reason we have these little silly quizzes to get you guys to understand all this. Because the big thing is the test that we take next week. That's the big thing. You guys can ace this test, which you can. You just got to prepare for it. Things are going to be looking sweet in here. The hammers, whatever you want to do. Okay, so we're good. We're good. All right, good. Now let's go to the lesson we got. Pull that down. We grab this. Here. You know the only thing? I forgot. I've got it all. This is real easy. It goes by pretty quick. All right. So this is the final unit. Okay. The final section of the unit, right? And now what you're finally learning how to do is how to solve these rational functions, right? How to solve these equations. So you're getting an actual answer like x equals 3, right? For your final answer. Okay, so you understand that. Okay, this is something you know how to do. Okay, you can solve a rational equation by cross multiplying, right? Okay, you guys saw this in geometry when you had similar figures, right? You wrote proportions, right? And then you cross multiplied to solve them. Is what you guys always did. Okay, so here's what's going to happen. We're just going to cross multiply. 3 times x plus 5, right? I got 4x plus 5, I meant to say. And 9 times x plus 1. So just cross multiply the two, like this. See, it's a real simple problem. Okay, now what's the next thing we're going to do? We should do that. You're going to go distribute the 3 and distribute the 9, right? Okay, so we're going to go distribute the 3 and distribute the 9 like this, right? And then you just got to get x by itself, right? So you're going to, so here we got this. The first period said let's subtract 12x to both sides. Okay, just so you know, you do it a different way, right? But that's not the way they chose to do it. So they're going to subtract 12x from both sides and subtract 9 from both sides. And once again, there are other ways of doing it, but this is the way they chose to do it. Like this. So they get 6 equals negative 3x. Okay, then what are you going to do at the end? Divide by negative 3, right? Divide by negative 3, right? And so you're going to get what? X equals how much? Try it, -2, right? X equals -2. There you go, there's the answer, simple as can be. Problem. Okay, so so take a look at the two fractions. What's the LCD? Yeah, it's x times x minus 5. It's like, these are really easy. It's like, here's LCD, it's x times x minus 5. So all you're going to do now is what you learned to do in the previous lesson. You're going to multiply each part of these by the LCD. Okay? So now here's what I'm going to write the problem because it takes a little bit of room to show you all this. So I'm going to rewrite the problem like that. Right? Okay, so I'm going to take the 1 and multiply it by the LCD. X times x minus 5. I'm going to take, oh wait, hold on, wait, what do you do with that negative? What was the trick? You make that into a positive, put the negative on the 8, right? Make that into a positive, put the negative on the 8. Okay? And then you multiply the third one by x times x minus 5. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so once again, take all three parts and multiply by the LCD. Okay, now the first one's easy, right? What's 1 times x minus 5? X times x minus 5. That's what you see there, right? See, so that's an easy one, right? Okay, now we get to the second one, right? Okay, so I'm going to take the negative, put it on the 8, and put it into a make it into a positive, right? Like that. Okay, so now take a look at this. What can you cancel? X minus 5s, right? You can cancel the x minus 5s like that. Okay, and now you multiply them together, so what do you end up getting? Negative 8x. You see, it's simple as can be. It's like, oh my gosh, it's simple. Negative 8x. Got it. Okay, all right, now look at the third one. What can you cancel? The x's, right? You cancel the x's, right? Okay, there they go. Okay, and then what can you write down? 3. Yeah, okay, well, 3 quantity x minus 5, right? Which will become that in a second, right? Okay, so 3 quantity x minus 5, right? We'll write that down. Okay, so somebody else what we got to here. Okay, now what's the next thing you're going to do? Distribute, right? Okay, so what? X times x squared, and x times negative 5 minus 5x. Okay, you guys know what you're going to see. X squared minus 5x minus 8x, right? And then, like Lauren just said, 3 times x, 3x, and 3 times negative 5, negative 15, right? So 2 distributives, right? Okay, now you guys remind me, how do you solve this? What do you have to do next? Oh yeah, combine like terms. Okay, so let's do that next. Because here we are, combining like terms, right? There's that. Okay. And then we get to the next part. Let's see if you remember that. So how do I solve this? You got it, that's right. It's quadratic, so what you always do is set it equal to 0, right? Okay, once again, first semester lessons. So you're going to subtract 3x over, and you're going to add 15 over, right? You're going to set it equal to 0. Subtract 3x over, and add 15 over, like that. Okay, so then what do you end up getting here? X squared minus 16x plus 15, right? And that equals 0, right? Okay, and now, all right, so now it's time to solve, right? So either you can factor, right? Or if you don't want to factor, you can use what? Quadratic formula, right? You can use quadratic formula. Once again, that's sewn up right now because of the testing going on, but next week we'll hold that down. Okay, all right, so if you factor, what two numbers? Negative 15, negative 1. See, oh my gosh, it's so simple, of course. X minus 15, x minus 1. Okay? So then how much will x equal here? 15, how much will x equal here? 1, okay, and remember, there are two ways you can write this. So x equals 15 or x equals 1, right? Which is the way I showed you to begin with, but remember, we've got semester exams coming here. Okay, eventually, right? Okay, remember, you can also write it this way, but you might see this on semester exam. Like that, right? And they both work, it doesn't matter. They both mean the same thing. Okay, so there you go, like that. Okay, okay, so here comes the first thing. The first thing you're going to do is look at x squared minus 9. You're going to factor that. So what is that when you factor it? X plus 3, x minus 3. So you guys all know that, right? Okay, so now we got three fractions, right? Okay, so can you tell me this? What's the LCD of the three fractions? What's the, oh, no, but don't do it that way. But yeah, you're right. Yeah, technically that's right. Let's say again. X plus 3, x minus 3. That's right. Very good. That's the LCD. X plus 3, x minus 3. It is exactly right. Okay, so now you're going to use the method you just finished learning, right? You're going to multiply all three fractions by the LCD. So you see what I'm going to do here. I'm going to rewrite this. Okay. Don't worry about that. So that's just explain why it was an LCD. Okay, so I'm going to rewrite this in bigger form, right? Okay. So there's the problem, right? And now I'm going to multiply the first fraction by the LCD, and the second fraction by the LCD, and the third fraction by the LCD. Okay, so there's that. Look at the first fraction, right? What is it you can cancel? X minus 3's, right? So then they both being canceled. So what are you going to write down? 6 times x plus 3, right? 6 times x plus 3. Good. Equals. Okay, now look at the second fraction. What can you cancel? Yeah, both of them. X plus 3 and x minus 3. Beautiful. Yes. Okay, so what are you going to write down? 8x squared. See, simple as can be. 8x squared. Okay, and then did you notice how I changed that to a plus and put the negative on the 4x, right? A little trick, okay? Okay, now look at the third one. What can you cancel? X plus 3's, right? X plus 3's are canceled, right? So what are you going to write down? Negative 4x times x minus 3, like that, right? It's the same thing, okay? All right, so here we go. Here I am distributing the 6, and here I am distributing the negative 4. We go like that, okay? Okay, and then what's the next thing you're going to do? Combine like terms, right? So combine like terms. Here we go. We're going to combine like terms. Let's go like that. And then what is it you're going to do? Set it equal to 0. Right, it's quadratic, so set equal to 0. So we're going to subtract 6x from both sides, right? And we're going to subtract 18 from both sides, right? Like this. There we go. Okay, so we end up getting this. Does this thing have a common factor? And the answer is yes, it has a 2, right? So here we go. As 0 equals, and take out the common factor of 2, like that. Right? There's a 2 coming out there. Okay, now let me ask you this. 2 times negative 9 is negative 18, right? Okay, what two numbers multiplied give you negative 18, but added to give you 3? 6 and negative 3. Okay, so we got 6 and negative 3 coming up here. Negative 3 and 6. Okay, and this is the one most, a lot of you guys have trouble with this stuff. Okay, so there's that. First one and the first one, last one and the last one, then we did the split, right? All right, so here we go. So 0 equals 2, and then 2x out of the first one, negative 3 out of the second one, right? All right, so here we go. So that's what you have to see now. There you go. Equals negative 3, right? And x equals 3 halves. Now, is negative 3 a good answer? Okay, and right, negative 3, when you plug it in, gives you a 0 on the bottom, right? So it's going to be extraneous. There you go, that becomes your answer. together.